Welcome to this session of learning how to purl. Now if you watched me in the learning how to knit, we've already learned how to cast on and also that slip stitch. So today I've cast on my 12 stitches and I'm ready to purl. And when I get done teaching you how to purl, I want you to learn how we're going to interact that purl stitch with the knit stitch and what it can actually do when you put the two together. All right, we're going to purl now. So I've loaded this needle with my 12 stitches. I'm going to run the tail through the back and put it in my hand. And with the empty needle, we're going to insert it into the front of the needle that's loaded, in the front of that stitch. Put a little grip on it right there. The yarn is in front, and we're going to wrap it around left to right, pull it through, scoot it up just a tad, and pull it off. So we're going to go into front of the stitch, looping it around, pulling it through, putting it up, push off. Here we go, nice and slow. Yarn's always in the front for the purl stitch. Keep it away from the points too quickly. There we go. This is pretty much it. This is your purl stitch. Almost to the end now. But I'm going to turn my needle so that you can see me do one more row. Always watch the last two stitches. They love to jump off. There we go. Right there. Turning it, putting the loaded needle and the tail. Picking up your empty needle, be sure your yarn's in front. Load it in the front. There we go, tighten it up. There we go. Up on that shaft. Remember, if you knit on your shafts, you keep your stitches the right size every time. If you knit on the points, they get tighter and tighter. No fun knitting a tight stitch. Okay, about halfway there. One more. There we go. There we go, purl stitches. This is what they look like. Kind of like the knit stitches, don't they, when you knit every row? But they're not. I'm going to show you how that works when it interacts with the knit stitch. Okay, let me show you a sample I've made that demonstrates how the purl stitch interacts with the knit stitch. When you knit every row, it looks like this right here. That's the garter stitch. When you knit a row and you purl the next row, then you get the stockinette stitch, which gives you the nice flat arrows in the front and the bumpy look of the purl stitch on the back side. Now I've got another sample I want to show you. This one is something I'm sure you're familiar with seeing. You'll find it on the cuff of your sweater, the bottom of your sweater perhaps, and a scarf. So here's something you might want to try. If you cast on your stitches and knit 2 stitches, move the thread between the needles, purl 2 stitches, and continue in that manner, you'll get a ribbed look. And it looks the same on both sides. So there's no front or back. So if you cast on your stitches and you knit 2 and you purl 2, and it'll need to be an even number. Don't forget to pass the thread in between the yarn, in between the stitches, and you'll get a rib. And this is a really great look for